In today's tutorial we're going to be looking at this 3D effect. Oh no, apparently we're not. What you're actually going to be looking at is this. Okay, for this quick video I'm already in Fusion. If you're struggling with the merge node, you know how to get into Fusion, so I've not gone through that today. So as many of you may or may not know, I hang out a lot on Jake Whip's Discord server, and time and again, especially from sort of newcomers to Resolve, people get tied up in knots over using the merge node. So I thought I'd do a quick video to explain it. Where can you find the merge node? Well, you can find the merge node on your hotbar in the middle here, merge, and if you click and drag it in, there she is. The biggest problem people have with the merge node is getting the inputs right. Merge node has three inputs. It has a green input, which if you hold your mouse over it tells you is the foreground, and it has a yellow input, which is the background, and it has a blue input, which is a mask. They never change, they never vary. Green is the foreground, yellow is the background, and blue is your mask should you need one. What does that mean? Okay, so I've got two pieces of image up here. I'm going to drag them both in, and if you noticed, it automatically created a merge node, which was handy. So let's just delete that and pretend it didn't happen. So media in 1 is our fish, and media in 2 is the logo. And what I want to do today is put the logo on the fish. So although you're working in a node-based system, there is an element of layering to it. What I mean by that is that these two images will form two layers. The fish will be the bottom layer and the logo will be the top layer. So the fish is the background and the logo will go in the foreground. So what we need to do is connect them up properly. So what I'm going to do is select my merge node and just drag it into my second viewer. At the minute you can't see anything, but it's there. So if we take our fish, grab the little grey square, keep your mouse pointer down, you get this nice yellow line that you can drag around. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the yellow background input. So that's now the background of our scene, the fishes. We want our logo to be on top or in the foreground, so we're going to grab the grey box again, keep your mouse pressed and drop it onto the green arrow, and now you have your logo on top or in front of your fish. What people often do is get that the wrong way around. So the logo goes to the background and the fish goes to the foreground, and you can't see your logo and it all gets messed up. You can quite quickly rectify that by making sure your merge node is selected and pressing Control or Command and T. What that does is it swaps the inputs over. All good. So the merge node, as its name suggests, merges two images to produce a new third image, which would then get piped to your media out, and that's what would get taken back to your timeline. Maybe you don't want all of your image, maybe you just want a slice of it. So what we can do is we can use a mask. The masks are these icons here in the middle. You've got a rectangle, an ellipse, a polygon and a B-spline. For this example I'm just going to use the rectangle. If you drag it down, grab the grey box and drop it onto the blue mask input. The mask input on a merge node only affects whatever's coming in to the green foreground. It doesn't affect the background. It's not massively clear, but if you look in this window, let me just drop to one window, you can just make out your rectangle, and if we make our rectangle smaller, you can see it starts to mask whatever's on the foreground. So green foreground, yellow background and blue mask. That's pretty much all there is to a merge node in that sense. That being said, if we now select the merge node and turn our attention to the inspector, you can see there's lots of controls, some of which I don't even understand or have never used, but they're here. The main ones that you're likely to use: center, size, angle. They will affect whatever's coming into the foreground. So if you, for example, look at the center, if you click and hold and then slide, this will move your logo. I think it's going off the edges here because of resolution issues. The logos are square on a 1080p background. Again, we can move up and down. Now at the minute it's moving within the mask. If you remember, we put a mask on. Oh, that's why it's going off the edge, because we're hitting the edge of the mask. So this rectangle, which is now here, here and up and down, doesn't move. All the merge node is affecting is the position of your logo or whatever else you've got in the foreground. So let's just get rid of that mask for a minute, and now you can see, and you can use this to animate your logo to come across the screen if you want. You can also adjust the size of whatever comes in to the foreground. You can adjust the angle. Apply mode and operator get a bit more complex that maybe I'll cover in another video. For the time being I'm just sticking to the basics. The last basic that you're likely to use is blend, and what this does is, as the name suggests, it blends whatever is coming into the foreground into the background, so it alters its transparency. And in a nutshell, for probably 99% of purposes, that's your merge node. I know it's basic. I'm sure lots of people who use Resolve and Fusion all the time will go, Simon, we don't know what merge is, but lots of newcomers don't, and hopefully that will point you in the right direction. If there's anything else that you think would be useful by way of this sort of 101 type tutorials, just sort of either leave a comment below or come hunt me out on the Discord server. There's a link in the description. You'll find me there most days, floating around somewhere, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, cheers.